Hello all and welcome back to Enshrouded, the return to Embervale with myself, Ironside McCall. Doula Joe is here in the background, however, this is just a quick video showcasing our current skill and gear setup because a few people have been asking, the route that we've gone. So Joe has done a separate video for his, which will be attaching on to this one. So I thought we would just start off with what I've got as well. But following on from yesterday's stream, I will just briefly show you what we were able to achieve. First of all, I've got the Devilish Bow, level 40 legendary. Joe managed to get that while I was doing some stuff around the base. That looks awesome. And I've got the Winterly cosmetic chest piece on. Really looking for the gloves now because I think that's just going to give me more of a nomadic feel. And I'm obviously going to keep my helm because that is amazing. So that is where gear-wise we left off after the stream. And we also managed to successfully, as you can see here, get our Cyclops statue down. We did just have to go back to the hollow halls in the Nomad Highlands to get the ectoplasm block, however, but we that wasn't too much of an issue, and we've plonked him down just there. Not the final resting place, I just wanted to see what it looked like. So that is leading on from the stream from yesterday, which was we had some good fun. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's only about 2 hours 40 minutes, something you can have on in the background or whatever, but we did manage to complete all of the bale fires as well. So we now have unlocked the final questicle of the current gameplay available to us on Enshrouded, which is Challenge the Beast on Howling Peak. That episode will be coming this week. We are very excited. We're currently just doing a big ass mat grind for some stun arrows. Joe's currently off getting some critter parts and shroud liquid. So, skills. That's the wrong button. Here we go. I have gone solely down the archer and the dexterity and the endurance route. Now, order-wise, I would recommend starting with all of the dexterity bonuses first to give you that extra critical strike chance, which you're going to need if you're going down the ranger route, because you are squishy, so you want to take people down as swiftly as possible. And I went up the ranger tree to start with because we've got multi-shot at the top, which helps an awful lot, but then you've got the ranger perk at the very top, which gives you +2 +5 to all of your rangering needs. So this is a must if you are going down the bow and arrow route to get the ranger. Beasting also took me a while to get this one, but I regret not getting it earlier. It's so much fun, and you can get around the back of your opponent a lot easier as well for that extra backstab damage as well. So all the way up to multi-shot spread in the ranger tree I recommend going. If you're with a group as well, perhaps you could get the multi-shot trigger for all your special arrows as well. But considering I'm not using any special arrows, them being the explosive arrow, I use them a little bit, and the frostbolt, I haven't gone for that one just yet. So up the ranger tree to start with. I then went over to Beastmaster because we have some endurance, but we have the poison resistance, but also we have our daggers because I'm using a dagger build as well. I've seen a lot of people use sword and board with a bow as well, which is also very good if you want to do a little bit of melee as well. But considering I've got Joe with me, I did not go down that route. So we've gone all the way up to VUCA language, mainly because there's this dexterity one right at the top. You can go up Dagger Master, Endurance, and then Calm Spirit for the wild animals, or the VUCA language. It's entirely up to you. I went for the VUCA language just because it seems cooler in my opinion. So all the way up there to see if we can get this top dexterity point, and then we've got dexterity here and a few more endurance because we want all the stamina available. I have no stamina issues at all on this build because I've got all of the endurance ones maxed out as well. After that, I went over to the assassin route for more dexterity and less stamina whilst airborne. That is a must as well in my opinion to get around a lot easier, and also updraft as well. And then we just went further up the assassin route, skipped on shell shock, not interested in that one, and we didn't get the top one either, although that is still an option for later on and possible further expansions. We just have to wait and see. But that one was for mainly for graceful stride here. So 1 dexterity for every 2 levels of the flame. A must as well to max out your dexterity. And more dexterity over there. Once that is achieved, I went down sneak attack and backstab damage to get some more backstab damage. 25%, it's quite a lot. And well rested, of course, obviously that is a must. Furthering on, double jump is a must as well for your traversing needs and exploration. I don't know how people get around without it. And then we went all the way up the top of the survivor route for the further endurance, but as well the dessert stomach for that extra food slot. So I'm stacking yet more dexterity with this. So a must, in my opinion, for going the bow route, so you can get everything that you need. It doesn't matter which direction you go. I went this way because I wanted some more backstab mastery. I do recommend going in that way, but you know, that part is up to you. Tankiness wise, I've got both constitution points down here, and I also have shiny plates, heavy plates, and I've gone further down this way. I have thought about getting tower as well. That is something I'm thinking about. We'll just have to wait and see. I do currently have 5 points available, and then a further 9 points after that. So I'm just thinking where to put them. So that's my tankiness, and I've also gone for blink and emergency blink, which is a very, very helpful for me. As soon as I get stunned, I can basically just get out of it, and I do get stunned more often than I would like. And I went intelligence and the arcane deflection route to get blink, and that is where I currently am skill points wise. Not sure where to go. If anyone has any advice, please do let me know, and I shall consider that. Gear wise, same gear. We've got the Alpine kit and the Trailblazer boots. I've got the Ring of Frost currently because we're going into the Highlands, the Frozen Frontier, and Ring of Endless Life. That life leech really does help me out quite a lot. Weapons wise, we've got down on our... There we go, down in our dagger slot, the Shivering Skins, level 39 currently, so on the lookout for the level 40 ones. These do some really nice damage, give you some good stats as well. I've got the Horned Beast Longbow, so that's level 38, so there's another longbow beast out there ready for me to find. And as mentioned, the Devilish Bow, level 40, all the upgrades. Looking forward to getting that bow into use as well. Food-wise, we've got stir-fried veg for the dexterity, milkshake for your endurance and dexterity, beef stew for your health regen, strength and constitution, and pumpkin soup as well because I have my extra slots there as well. So more health regen, more stamina recharge, and of course our frost resistance. So that is my food buffs, they are my weapons, and that is my skill tree. You can see a butt ton of arrows as well. Arrows aren't really an issue, they're quite easy to craft. Just use whichever one you like. If you want to keep your steel, make the iron ones. There's only a few points in it. So that's where we are. Hopefully that helped some of you out if you are thinking of going down the archer route. I do recommend it. It is good fun. Playing it solo, however, can be quite challenging, as you may have seen. So do it co-op, or if you are indeed a very experienced player, just go for it. I really do recommend it. I've had a blast with it, and shall be keeping this build for the duration, I would imagine, as long as I've obviously got my Tanky Joe with me in the background. So that is my current skill set and gear set. We'll pass you over to the legendary Dula Joe now with his current layout of his skills, where he's going. And once we've completed the dragon and we've got all of our 149 available skill points, we'll show you where else we have gone. But the main ones we've currently already got. The rest we're just kind of filling in for the moment. So that's where we're going. So here we go. Here is Dula Joe's requested, I might add, skill points.
Hello, it's Dula Joe. I've been asking the chats what my talent tree looks like. And to be honest, it's nothing to write home about. I'm not a number crusher. I've taken what I felt was essential at the moment. My advice for people just starting the game, especially with the 200 specialization or who are struggling to stay alive in combat, is to think carefully about where you put your first points. Because in the end, you will get enough points to get most of the melee skills. So let's open my tree. There you go. So you can see there, I've filled up most of that red tree. Not everything, because I don't need everything. For example, I want to use a hammer, so thrust, pierce, slasher, butcher, I'm not taking. Ironside would like me to take Nemesis, but I've not taken it yet, because we're doing fine. And again, absorb, generate mana. I would use it if I was using a battle mage specialization, but I'm not, so not taking that. When you just start, what you're really lacking is HP. You don't have survivability. You cannot tank any hits. So take those 2 constitution points. Those are essential for you to have. Then, if you're still struggling and you cannot stack the armor quickly, take Shiny Plate. It's a straight up bonus. You can't go wrong with it. It's a little bit more in terms of points investment, we'll say, but it's okay. I like it. I think it's great. Then evasion attack. This will improve your mobility massively. So you battle roll out of a hit, and when you attack, you will jump back straight in that melee. It looks cool. It's fun to use. Take it. And then battle heal. This is my bread and butter. So sometimes you see my health go up and down without me actually taking a potion. And this is my battle heal. My battle heal will trigger on every crit. And once you have invested enough point in that tree, you will crit quite a lot. And your heal will trigger quite often. Then on that, you can stack up like a life leech ring. I think I might have one there. Like this. That gives you 8% life leech chance. And I've been using it until now. I've just now changed it for a frost resistance ring because, well, I have nothing else to be honest. But I think once I've got the full armor, I will ditch that frost ring and just go back to my life leech because I just like it so much. Now, you might have noticed that I haven't taken Merciless Attack. And the reason is, Ironside is there to do like big single target damage. And when I jump into combat, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop, click, see the whole big swing going on someone doing the big damage. It's not what I do in that playthrough. I don't need it. And I know most people will take it because it's huge damage and you can improve it further. I would quite like to have a power parry, and I might still get it because it's essential, and therefore I will get Merciless Attack eventually. But right now, I don't use it. I don't particularly want it. I just want to go swinging, moving, jumping, rolling. I don't want to stop, ever. I just want to get on and on and on. Giant Slayer Hook and Grounding Hook. Those two are great. They play great. They're fantastic to use. But it's a lot of points early on. Don't spend your time on it. You don't need it. Use a wand if you have a ranged enemy you can't reach. Or just run around, get to them in another way. You don't need those two. I don't think they're that useful to start with. However, if you have the spare point a bit later on, go take them because they're really fun to use. I would say once you reach level 20, maybe you definitely want them, even a bit earlier. They're so much fun. Jump attack is a lifesaver in big melees. Not only does it do good damage, it also bumps everybody backwards a few feet, yeah? So you jump in there, smash your hammer on the ground or your axe or whatever. Everybody gets pushed back, giving you space to breathe, and then you can roll out of there, evasion attack back in where you want it. It's a very, very, very useful attack. I love it. And it combines somewhat with double jump. You don't want to go without double jump because double jump is just a key skill to get anywhere in that game. If you don't have double jump, I don't know what you're doing. It's just such a good skill. You need it. And with it, you can get jump attack 2, which is, although not essential, it's quite fun to use. Then for the 200 route, as you can see, I've taken everything. It's basically all of it is good. I think Shockwave is a bit underwhelming. You really have to be near the enemy to activate it, making it very situational. And if I was to respect, I might not take it. I think what you want is to go and get that heavy specialization quite early on, because it will change your life, is really improve your swing animation. That means you're not stuck in that big swings after big swings. You have time to evade, you have time to block. It just makes you a lot more efficient and reactive in combat, being faster. Tanking, I would at least go and get heavy plate and probably the constitution point there. If you don't want to invest too much, the tanking tree is probably one of the first one you want to get. You want to get this set of skills: the constitution, the shiny plate, heavy plate, constitution buff, evasion attack, battle heal. This is your bread and butter. You need it. There's no other way. And then I would go all the way up there, because this is great. You are going to find yourself with more than 3 enemies in melee. You are going to take damage, whether it's magical or physical. It's not that much. Take it, but I think if you early on in your spec, take at least those skills here. So that would be constitution, shiny plate, heavy plate, evasion attack, and battle heal. Then that last constitution point, then go in the other trees to improve your damage output, starting with the jump attack, double jump, and then going barbarian way, and then investing in the warrior tree. Also quality of life, updraft, but that's quality of life. It's not essential, so you don't have to take it. I have found that I run out of stamina very quickly, so I've invested in endurance. You can't go wrong with it, especially the early points. The 1 point upgrades are very easy to attain, so take those 2. And if you're going to go all the way to get updraft, go and grab that one as well. It's good for everything. It's good for mining. It's good for melee. It's just generally quite good. I think all in all, that's it. There's no mystery to it. I think early on you will feel a bit underwhelming. That is because you're not tanky enough, and because you don't have the stamina to do all your dodging roll. Once you have the stamina to do it, and the tankiness, and the evasion attack, and the jump attack, you will find the game a lot more fun as a melee character, especially without a shield. However, you need to understand that you will swap back to your shield every now and then with a one-handed weapon, because things like the little bugs or stuff like that, it's a lot more effective to hit them with a smaller weapon. They don't have enough HP to withstand even one hit once you have enough strength. So just go on one-hander. You will do a lot more damage to them. You will clear up those big groups of annoying critters a lot faster, and then swap back to your two-hander to do the proper fighting. Alright, I hope this covers it all. Remember, you do not always have to block. You do not always have to dodge. You can also walk around enemies because they get locked into their attack patterns. Some of them are very long animation. For example, the Scorpion. You can quite easily dodge their pincer attack or other things like that. The green sword guys, which might cause you trouble at the start of the game, the best way to deal with them is to battle roll the first set of attack. Then they will have a pattern of 1, 2, 3. Once they finish it, just roll back into combat, evasion attack or whatever, hit them and move away, because they will quite quickly recover and do another attack, which I think is a 1-2, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can hit them again, and then you rinse and repeat until they're dead. Just make sure you have room to escape and places to dodge to, and not too many other enemies annoying you while you are facing them to start with. And as for your armor set, don't worry, there is no bonus for wearing a full set of armor. At the moment I'm wearing heavy armor on the top, but my trousers and boots are from the hunter set for stamina regeneration, because I like to be extremely mobile. I don't like running out of stamina. And outside of combat, it's really handy when you go mining or resource grinding to have a quick stamina regen. And remember, you saw us against the boss, if I have to do many battle rolls and blocks. If I run out of stamina, I'm basically dead meat. So having that extra regen is really helpful. And that's it, basically. As the sun sets over the Kindle Waste, I will say goodbye. Until next time, like and subscribe. See ya!
And there we have it. There are both of our skill trees and current gear loadout. Hopefully that was helpful and beneficial. We're going to go off and grind all of the remaining gear needed, the remaining mats needed for our stun arrows, so we can go and conquer this dragon. It's only a youngling as well, so that's not troublesome at all. Thank you all for watching, and as always, take care, and we'll see you next time.